Welcome back to the 4-String Strummer, the channel. It's all about ukuleles. This week we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be bordering on some finger picking. Imagine that from the 4-String Strummer. All right, folks, let's jump into it. Here we go. Okay, so this week we're going to experiment a little bit with some thumb and finger. So just basically 1, 2, 1, 2. Thumb's going to go down, finger's going to come up, and that's going to be basically it. All right, we're going to work today. I'm going to use my Big Duke version 3 here, but of course you can play this on whatever kind of ukulele you have handy. I really like to kind of push the boundaries a little bit, especially when it comes to the banjo uke. This time I'm going to be playing on a low G, so if you want to try your low G out, knock yourselves out. And if you don't have a low G yet, holy smokes, you probably got more than one ukulele, string one up, because it gives you a really nice sort of a mellow sound. The song of the week this week is going to be a great old tune. This is a classic, and nobody's 100% sure kind of on the full origin of this one. Some people call it an Irish song. Some people call it a Scottish song. And now I've done a whole bunch of research on this, dug into it, and best I can tell, my analysis really comes back with, I don't give a So we're just going to play the song. The words, I think, were written by an Irish fellow, but the tune is actually an old Scottish tune. Anyhow, here's how the song goes. I'll show you how it goes. All right, so let me show you the chords for this. If you're not familiar with the song, beautiful old tune. It goes like this. Starts with C chord. Oh, the summer F time is C coming back to F. And the leaves are sweetly C blooming, and the F, wild C, mountain, A minor time, grows around F, the blooming heather, will you say go, F, I see, go back to C. And then the chorus is basically the same thing. And we'll F all go to C together to pull F, wild C, mountain, A minor time, all around F, the blooming heather, will you see, go F, lassie, go back to C. Okay, I'm going to show you a little kind of an embellishment thing you can do on the one part there after the A minor as we get into it, but that's the basics of the song. All right, let's have a look at the next part now. All right, so what we're going to be doing today, again, is we're going to work with our thumb and our finger. Now, you folks that have been around for a little while, you know that I do all kinds of different strums here, whether it's the bluegrass strum, I got double strum, we got finger drag, we got all these paintbrush, sledgehammer, all the different ones that we work on. And sometimes the thumb is going down, sometimes the thumb is coming up, sometimes the finger's going up, and the finger also sometimes goes down. In this little technique that we're going to work on today, it's going to be nice and simple. Thumb is going to go down, finger's going to come up. That's it. All right, now we're going to rely more heavily on the thumb today. So the thumb is going to be doing some kind of picking, if we will, hitting individual notes, but we're also going to be doing a fair amount of thumb strumming. Okay, let me just show you what it's going to sound like and really what we're shooting for here. Okay, that's the kind of sound that we want. Now, why this works well is because we're using the fleshy parts of our digits here, okay? If you listen here, you know, this is a sort of a mellow kind of a song, and you want to match your technique to the type of song that you're playing. So, you know, if you're playing bluegrass and you want to really kick it out, you want that extra punch, right? And that's where the fingernail comes in. It gives you that brighter, more of a pick kind of a sound, okay? Louder, a little more on the edge. A couple of weeks ago, we were working on the St. Patrick's Day tunes, right? And we were actually using a pick on that to match that type of a sound. Now again, this time we're doing kind of a mellow, lovey-dovey kind of a thing, so we want to use the fleshy parts of our fingers here, okay? So, again, we're going to be strumming down with the thumb, and we're going to be coming up with the finger. Mostly it's going to be down with the thumb. All right, now let's get into the individual notes and how we can really pull this melody out. All right, here we go. All right, so let's figure out this melody now, and I'm going to show you how you can go about this yourself so that you don't have to rely on tabs and notes and all this other stuff. You just want to get the tune into your ear, and then we're going to do what I call strum and stop. Okay, now strum and stop basically is you strum through and you stop when you hear the note that you're looking for. Now, if you don't hear it on the open strings, there's what I call favorite spots, okay, on the fretboard. So if we're playing in C, your favorite spots are almost like a triangle. So it's your third string open, but then third string second fret. You're going to go down to the second string open, and then you're going to have second string at the first fret and second string at the third fret. So it's like a little triangle is kind of the way I think about it. Okay, so let's try and find this first note. We're just going to go with the thumb strum to start with. All right, here we go. Oh, the summertime is coming. So we're going to just strum down. Oh, and you hear the note, right? Oh, and then you just kind of hunt and peck until you find that next note. Oh, you know it's going to be probably one of those notes, okay? Oh, the sun. Now we're down to that second string open. So all you do is then you just strum through to the second string. Then you go back to the third string at the second fret. Oh, the summertime, oh, the summertime. Then you open it up again. Then it's the second string open. Then you go up to the third fret on the second string, okay? And that's going to be sort of our first phrase of this song. And what you want to do is you want to work through getting those notes into your head, and then that will more easily transfer to your fingers. But just work this first phrase. Don't try to play the whole song, don't learn it all at once. Learn it phrase by phrase. Once you get the first phrase down, then you work on the second phrase. Then you put the first and the second phrase together. Then you're going to work the third phrase on its own. Then you add it together, okay? And that's the way that you want to think about learning these songs. And any of these songs that we do, it's the best method, I think. All right, so let's go back to it. Now the next part is we're going to go up to the F. So let's go up to the F. And we just lift and drop here just before we change to the F when we're on the C chord. And the trees. Now we're going to just strum all the way through here. Trees are sweetly. So that first string open. Trees are sweetly. Then we're going to drop our third finger here at the third fret on the second string. Again, that's one of our favorite spots, right? Again. Trees are sweetly bloom. Then we drop our second finger here at the third fret. So that all happens on the second string. Okay, so that's like your second phrase. So work that part. Okay, next part. And wild. We go up to F. And wild. Go back to C. And I usually drop my finger there at the second fret. Sorry, at the second string on the third fret. Mountain. And then lift it. Mountain Thyme. And that is your third string open. And then what I do is I just hit that, hammer it on. Then I go to my open second string. Then I go to my F, round. Then I lift my first finger, drop my third, lift it. So from the A minor, then all I do is I drop my my third finger here at the second fret on the third string. Then I go to my F. That's the second string. Then I play my F. I drop my first finger down. Just like that. Then I lift it. Back to my third finger at the second fret on the third string. Lift it. Fourth string at the second fret. Basically just leave my chord there. Then I just go right to that third string open. Heather, will you? Then I just go, will you, will you? And that's just the third, will you, fourth string. Will you go? Lastly, go back to the C. Okay, and it's the same thing when you do the and we'll all go to Wild Mountain. It's the same thing. Okay, so it just follows that same pattern, whether it's that chorusy part or the verses. All right, now let me show you how you can start to work your first finger in if you want to start to do this kind of a thing. Okay, all right, let's take a look. All right, so if you want to start to work your finger in, don't worry about it being a set pattern. Doesn't matter, okay? You can start to bring that finger back up wherever you want. Sometimes you'll find maybe you want that first string note, and rather than strumming it all the way through, you'll strum down part way and come back up with your finger instead. Let me just play it through that way and you'll kind of hear what I mean. Okay, so you can see that I'm kind of just offsetting every once in a while with the finger. But it doesn't have to be anything exact. And that's the beautiful thing with this is, you know, I get people, they ask me, do you have this in tabs or do you write the notes out and everything? And I don't. And I do that for a couple of reasons. One is I could barely write a note if my life depended on it. But the second thing is, it would take me forever. The third thing is, the way that I play, it's all by ear. And that's what I'm really trying to get across to people, so that you're not so dependent on having to read something. That you could sit down, whether it's this song or any of the other ones that we do on this channel, and pretty much figure them out yourself. I have a saying that, like, I can't read music, right? So just because I can't read a book doesn't mean I can't tell a story, all right? And it just means that I look at it differently. I have to get it into my head, same way you get a story into your head, okay? You don't
forget about it. It becomes something that's inside your head. But, you know, every time when you tell the story, you can tell it differently because it's not a script. And it's the same thing. This is the way that I play. All right. I could play this song 5 times and I'd probably play it 5 different ways because you're not caged in by specific notes. Okay. And don't get me wrong, there's value to that as well. It's a good learning tool if you're playing with a group of people and you want to be exact about something. I'm not anti-note reading by any stretch of the imagination. This is just a different way to go about it. All right, so let me just show you again. So how do you know when to bring your finger back up? It's going to be a little bit of an instinct thing, number one. But number two, because that's really airy-fairy, if you're playing as a note that's, you know, maybe on the first 2 strings, try and bring your finger back up. Okay, and you can kind of work one against the other. And what you might find is that if there's a double note where you've got a lot of strumming happening together, down, 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 you might want to put an up in there. It kind of gives your thumb a little bit of a rest. You don't have to go quite as quickly. And it'll also alter the sound because you're coming up from the bottom, so you're getting that higher string note to ring in with it rather than all the lower string notes, okay? So honestly, just kind of play around with it a little bit and start off first with just doing the straight strumming, just your thumb strum. And then every once in a while, just pull your finger back up. Okay? Experiment. Don't be afraid to try stuff because that's really going to help you develop your own style as well. All right? Let's play the song all the way through. We'll have an opportunity to try out some of the instrumental and just keep it nice and mellow this week. All right, let's try it out. But just before we get into the tune, folks, I want to just give you guys a big thank you. All the comments you send, they're always so positive, and it's great. It really brightens up my day when I see those come in and makes me happy to see people are making progress as well. Folks, if you want to help support the channel, do me a favor, just hit that subscribe button. It helps me to get the video out to more and more people every week, and it shows me that you're enjoying the content that I'm creating for you. Also, if you want to accelerate your learning curve, I do offer online private lessons. So I'll put a link in the description below, and there's 2 ways that you can go about it. If you just wanted to really work on a song or 2, I've got a 3-lesson package. If you want to do an ongoing thing where you're going to get more of that one-on-one feedback for an ongoing basis, I have a 6-lesson package as well. Okay, and all the prices on my website are in Canadian dollars. So if you're shopping in American dollars or in euro, it goes a lot farther. All right, folks, click the links, check it out, and now let's get into the tune. Here we go. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming. The wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? We'll all go together to Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Well, I build my love a bower by yon clear and crystal fountain, and all around the bower I'll plow flowers from the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to Wild Mountain Thyme,
let the sea go. Well, I'll roam the country over, through that dark land so dreary, and all the spoils I find I'll bring my darling dearie. Will you go, let the sea go? And we'll all go together to the Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, let the sea go? But if my true love, she won't have me, but I'll surely find another to pour Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, let the sea go? And we'll all go together to the Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, let the sea go?
Another great old classic tune for you to play around with, folks. It's so nice, kind of nice mellow one for a change, right? Usually we're really driving, so this one's kind of nice and mellow. And the summertime is coming. I like the sound of that. All right, folks, until we see you next time, keep smiling, keep strumming, and have fun. Maybe with one of these videos right over here. Bye for now.